Everyone, thanks for coming back to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. I'm Denise, and this is our weekly reading on that little guy back there, or whatever. I don't want to call him any nasty names, but anyway, we're going to go from June 25th through July 1st. So let me swap out cameras here, bring you over my table. I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to use Pam's Recolored Tarot for this week, and although I may have to, yeah, I think I'm going to have to move some trays out of the way, chopstick, pan out of the way, okay. All right, so I did allow for reversals. I did my finger painting thing that with the cards all over the table, which I don't usually do on video because it makes people dizzy, even though I go slow, but they say, oh, especially if you're watching on your phone, everything's up close. Okay, so Trump's week, and I'm going to do, I have the camera up high, so I'm going to do a Celtic cross for this week and see what's going on. What might be his experience this week and maybe even a little beyond. Okay, right there. Well, so the forces in motion have to do with him with the Seven of Cups here. I think, honestly, his confusion, his inability to communicate clearly, his oatmeal brain, his, trying to create smoke and mirrors, so basically obfuscation, hiding the truth. I don't think it's working, but he's trying. But when we have the Seven of Cups come through reverse, it's a person who's really, really confused, and they are feeling trapped, bottom line with him, feeling trapped. And then his challenges, or like the cross currents to this, to the forces in motion, with the Seven of Pentacles reverse. Wow, 2 sevens here. Here he is, not able to get like his investments aren't working out, and he's feeling really lazy, and he's feeling really impatient, and he doesn't have a good plan, and he's been just mismanaging his resources up the wazoo, and so he's experiencing setbacks. So major feeling trapped because of the setbacks coming through. All right. Okay, so what is he sitting in? What does he maybe have some control over? We have the Nine of Wands reversed. Well, in combination with these other cards, because they all go together so well, I feel like this has to do with him just being really exhausted. When we have the nine, well, either way, you're a little defended, when you have the Nine of Wands, but you've got fight left. You're leery, but you're almost there, because you're almost at the Ten of Wands, where you're just about, you're done. Nine of Wands reversed pretty much is the opposite of that, because we're just, there's no fight left in a person, and the exhaustion can lead to major disaster. So he is sitting in this disaster. Does he have any real control over it at this point? Well, yeah, a person could always be more self-revealing and be honest and say, man, I just really screwed up. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Maybe I can bring the camera down just a little bit. There. Okay. All right. So then his past, what he's done in the past. Oh, of course, we have the Emperor reversed. So the Emperor has no clothes. The Emperor is corrupt, and we all see it. He's got this big, fat, overblown ego. which is a very weak ego, because when your ego is healthy, it's aligned with your higher self and it steps aside when it needs to, because you have more control coming from your higher self. But not with him. This is him abusing his power in the past. He's been extremely rigid and sloppy and all over the place, and he doesn't care about anybody but himself. What's hanging over him, of which he has no control, we have, maybe I do need to go back up. Yeah, I should have just left it alone, sorry. We have the Hermit. So with the Hermit, it's usually a card for going within. It's usually a card for, searching your soul and trusting your gut feelings. But for him, I think what's hanging over him is the possibility of major solitude. And he might be, starting to rethink his plan. But we'll see. Okay, then his near future, we have the Ace of Pentacles upright. Or I'm sorry, reversed. When it's upright, there's a new, opportunity. When it's reversed, it's being held down. Any financial opportunities are being held down, and he's going into debt. He's had major bad investments, and we can see with these two cards here. I think he just is, the money's not coming in. No matter what he says, it looks to me like the money isn't coming in, or it's being held. Because remember, Letitia James has that, or is it Letitia? Letitia James, she has, she's suing for only $250 million, but she's got this master controller in charge of Trump Org 1 and 2. So there's that. Okay. What he's attracting? Maybe someone to help him get away with things, This is Lori's Sneaky Pete card. I love Lori. Okay, so that she's over at The Way of Positive Change. If you're new here, also please subscribe to her channel, The Way of Positive Change. She's fantastic. Has a great sense of humor, and she's really, really good at the cards. Okay, so, Seven of Swords, he's attracting getting away with something. Or maybe he's just attracting more betrayal, more deception. Yeah, I think he's attracting people turning on him, the people manipulating it, manipulating the legal situations man. So far, he's twice impeached and twice indicted. Oh, you know what this probably is? This has to be Jim Jordan, Lauren Boebert, MTG, and or Marjorie Tater Tot, whatever we want to call her, and they're trying to manipulate the situation for him to try and help him out. Well, it's not going to work. What's going to happen is I've gotten this so many times before. What is going to happen is they're going to take themselves down with him, and we are going to have cleanup on aisle 45 like we've never imagined. Okay, so next is how others are influencing the situation. Well, they don't really have anything to bring to the table. They are as handicapped and lacking in self-worth and, major issues. The way they're influencing things would be to reject him. There's going to be breakups. There's going to be changes that he's not going to like getting. Major. Look at these pentacles here. Major financial loss with all of these. Okay, his distant future. Justice is coming. Justice will be served. Amazing. And then the outcome, the Page of Cups, to me, reversed, is the narcissistic 13-year-old, 2-year-old tantrum little kid, and the toddler that was probably extremely hard to handle, on top of the fact that when he was 13, he was so hard to handle that they sent him away to military camp. And yeah, and that was when he first had, if you look at his natal chart, that would have been his first Saturn transit over his south node and moon. So there would be that, that limitations coming from the family with the moon there. And he was born on an eclipse, so yeah. Anyway, and then the second, well, when it came around, I guess the third, it would have been, the third time, that's when he got elected president. But you know who he's in bed with, right? I mean, that's all of this. And Putin's dying. The other guys they're all going to, I think, implode around the same time. So, but anyway, traditionally with the Page of Cups reversed, that can be relationships that are just really disappointing, and there are some dreams that are just broken, and it's our card for insecurity as to how to create a new future. There's no it's just not good, and bad news. So there's going to be more news coming through that is not good. So okay, so that's with the tarot. I feel like diving in a little bit with the Kipper. So let me do that real quick. And I almost always use Ciro Marchetti's Kipper. This one right here. Okay. So, but if you only like tarot, then this will be a short reading and you're done. Okay. Let's see. Donald Trump's week. I'll go ahead and do 21 cards. I can bring the camera down a little lower if I need. Or it's probably about right because, well, no, those cards are a little longer. Anyway, focus into Donald John Trump's week. So we do have a common pattern going on. I have had that repeating every week, that he was losing support. So no matter what it sounds like with polling and maybe what they're talking about on the news, I'm not getting anything good coming through for him. Even if he still is the front-running GOP candidate, all that means, if that turns out to be the ultimate case at the end, all that means is that the GOP doesn't have anyone better, and they will lose, because there is no way that Trump can beat Biden. There's absolutely no way, especially with Roe v. Wade, Dobbs decision, all of that. So anyway, let me focus in. Trump, just Trump. What is his week? Right there, okay. All right, so, actually, hold on. Yikes. Well, I don't know that Ivanka would be going to prison, but Ivanka's definitely rejecting him, holding him back, I would think. Yeah, I don't think she's too happy. 5, 6, 7. Hold on, I can bring it down a little so you guys can see a little better. Okay. Okay, now my OCD is good. Taking care of there. All right, this will go faster. Yikes, look at these cards. Wow. There's the documents case. Someone else is bringing in some information. Lordy, look at this. Wow, there's his karma. There's his thievery. Always be grifting, right? Yikes. Deeper investigation. Okay, so his card didn't come through, but I'm going to focus in here because this is our documents case. If it's not the documents case, it would be some other audio recordings or text messages or emails or other, some other communications that come through that if it doesn't get him indicted again, then it is at least a major restriction as to, oh yeah, you know what, this is probably his restriction. This is this could be, what's her face? Aileen Cannon. Could also be another female attorney that's under 50, 50, 55, somewhere in there. There's restriction as to money and more money and exchange of information. Yeah. Huh. Okay, but what I was thinking about before is I have a feeling that some of his attorneys, or at least one, won't be cleared to represent him. You know, they're having to go through a security clearance, so there's that possibility that that's what comes through this week. Yeah, because there's small changes. Maybe someone new is visiting him to try and help him out, trying to get a new attorney. Yeah. His plan, he's really lacking in having a good strategy and plan. And he's feeling helpless. He's being watched. He's under surveillance. And this is his karmic path here. He might have a couple of, like he's got Elise Stefanik, and he has his other sycophants, and excuse me, but they're just going to go down with him, or get with the program before it's too late. But anyway, this pathway card here, sometimes, I hope I'm wrong, but sometimes the cards that follow it can take up to 2 years. So I have to say that it could take 1 to 2 years to get him completely restricted and maybe locked up. But, he's always going to try to run off. And he does have, that's the other thing too, is he has this big project in Oman. I think that's how you say it. That there will be investigations into, because there's cheating. Oh, yeah, okay. Forget the gray hair and the nice-looking gentleman. This is MBS. This is the Saudi, right? Because you look at these cards, and he's very immature. And if we want to look at the Saudi king, this would be the king's son, so that would be MBS. So there you go. And cheating, and he has this whole community there because of Jared. So maybe there is something here with Ivanka as well, because these people cards can be the stand-in cards for more than one person. But this feels definitely to me the Saudi prince. Now, I don't know that Trump would be taking off, right away, like this week. I think this card came through to remind me that this reading goes way beyond this week. I get that clearly. And again, this long-term plan that he's developing strategy here. And it does involve, I think, even though Ivanka has changed her last name, dropped the Trump, and just gone with Kushner, she's still involved. She has some backdoor strategy going on here. Okay, that's her karma. They all have transactional quid pro quo karma. Those are the wheels in motion. Those are the details always to watch as to who they're dealing with, and we're talking Saudis. Let's see. The documents case and his stealing the classified documents, and of course this card here would also be our stand-in for Iranian military secrets, our military secrets with Iran, and nuclear secrets, all of that. So there's something new that's going to come out. If I read these cards on a different level and let MBS, go from the equation, there is a new investigation by someone. Someone brings out a new investigation. Maybe it's Sheldon Whitehouse. And maybe it's a community of this could, well, normally this is my J6 committee card, so it could be that there's something new that comes out from the J6 report that we didn't know about before, or it's in there, we just didn't read it, you know, I mean, because I have the book over there, and literally it's that thick. it's as thick as one of these cards. So, yeah, something new from the J6 committee, and it will be just the gift that we want because it proves something. And this could be someone on the J6 committee, like Zoe Lofgren or Liz Cheney, that brings something through this week. But then, you know, again, something that's been developing and will continue to develop is overriding this entire reading. Let's see, anything else here with, new. There's new information, communications that come out that are going to bite him in the butt. And it has to do with how he has gambled in order to make money. So we're talking, you know, money laundering and his karma. And because, you know, these money laundering cards are right here. And his strategy. I mean, that's all he's ever used Trump Incorporated for. Trump International, all of that, the hotels, resorts, all of that. It's just been all to hide money. You know, it's a way to money launder. He learned that from probably from, you know, working with his dad for years. Let's see, what else? Yeah, because real estate, it's because of it's the USA real estate laws that need to be changed or majorly amended. Okay, so I think that's it. Poverty, great fortune. It's really hard to mess up the great fortune card, but when it knights the poverty card, that's not good. And people donating, you know, he's going to be, of course, his plan is to send out massive email blasts. You know, what did I read? Something like it was over 500 a week he would send out to different, you know, to his list. But those people don't have the money anymore, and a lot of them have been watched and surveilled upon to the point, and a lot of them have been locked up. You know, who was that guy that with the, oh my goodness, there were recordings, video that I saw on MSNBC where they were interviewing the guy. I think he got 12 years. He wasn't very old, but he's the guy that went in, broke, you know, he stunned, he used a stun gun on Michael Fanone, and is that his name? Am I saying that right? I don't know. But anyway, that one officer that got hurt terribly. And in the interview with, I think it was the FBI, man, and this was back in 2021, the dude was just crying. He's like, I didn't know, my president told me to do that. He blamed it. He flipped it all on Trump, blamed it all on Trump. And so I could imagine that there are so many more recordings like that. And of course, this would be Trump's, you know, the loss of Trump's base right here. Because they're either being watched, they're waiting to go to jail, they're waiting for their time to come up, they're waiting for the court date, and it's, you know, of course, that's their karma. So there's a little backstory with that there, too. The energy vampire, the stealing the documents, the hoarding, the distraction around trying to say that they're his, and then... Oh, yeah, how could I miss this? It's all right here in this 9 box. Trump himself has given the gift of saying on air with all of his massive interviews, because he just has to be the one out there like the big, you know, big kahuna dude, and he's just not. But he has given the details away. He has communicated himself his own, as to his own guilt. His secrets, if we take away a person for this card, it means confidential secrets. His secret stolen secret documents, he gave the gift of saying the quiet part out loud, because his brain does not work correctly, because we are dealing with a demented demagogue like I got 3 years ago, and we're dealing with someone who's has, it's pretty obvious he's snorted Adderall all his life and Coke and everything else in between, and who knows what drugs he uses to go to sleep at night. When you use something like that to go up, you can need something to go down. This is also a card of addictions. Yeah. If I go with the four corners here, we have developing over time. The development over time has been creative, but the poverty, or it's not working. The creative finance over time is not working with this bracket here. And then over here, there's some new cheating, new dishonesty revealed from overseas. And then also this could be him and his addictions. Don Jr.'s card didn't come through, so I can't say it's rehab. But there's some new investigation. We might know. Yeah, it could be that. Oh, the gift, the document, the imprisonment, adjudication. It should be adjudication, but there could be a new indictment that comes down this week. And if that's the case, it would probably be from New Jersey. Wow. Because I did read on that, and it looked like that would be happening at some point. But then also, on another side note, he really does want to get the heck out of Dodge and run away, because more investments or investigations are coming, more indictments are coming. We've got the change of residence here. And he's developing already this business, has been, what am I saying he's developing? He has been developing for a very long time his community of resources overseas, anywhere he could. And the Saudis are the ones, with between the live golf tournaments and between the deal in Oman, between the $2 billion they gave to Jared, that he got a cut of. Trump definitely got a kickback on that. He knows how to work it with construction and kickbacks, right? So, wow. Okay, I think I'm done. If I've missed anything, you guys let me know. You pop it in and let me know. Okay, take good care. Bye.